forgot that was on. I forgot that was. I hope you guys can hear me because I have no idea if everything should be working. Everything should be working, and I hope we get a couple people in here because I need to test how well this works. Because this is how I'm gonna have to do things for a little while. Oh no, I'm gonna have to pause the laundry. So I don't think I can turn the camera around, but I'll just show you guys. New house. On the bright side, the landlord is aware of the problem. So I'm going to have to wait about 30 minutes. That's a new washing machine. And I found out, like, on Saturday that this was an issue because I took a long shower. My kid took a shower, then I took a shower several hours later, and no one had been downstairs yet. And it was like the first showers that we did in this house. But tomorrow, landlord's certified handyman is going to come take a look at it. And if he can't fix it, if he can't take care of it, they're just going to call Rotor. They're not going to pussyfoot around. They're just going to get it done. Hey, Alexis. I'm me, Nicholas. I'm me. Can I highlight that? You saw the leaking. My van did so well up till a couple days ago when it threw an error code on the motor, and you can hear the knocking. Pretty sure the engine's pretty much. We're pretty sure the van's shot. So that's fun. We just got the car fixed to turn around and have the van die. At least it died at like the tail end of things, and everything that's left in the house can fit in the car. And the car's mostly functional except for a turn signal. So there's that. It was $10,000 to repair that. So I have no money to repair the van. And honestly, I'm like, I don't think I can go forward with that. And to those who are wondering why I spent 10 grand on the car, again, upside down loan means that I owed more on the car than what the car was worth. So I'd be stuck with the loan, and I had to pay full coverage insurance on the car, even if it's not functional. I did ask that. And so I'd be paying the car payment plus full coverage insurance on a vehicle that can't even move for years. Oh, Here's office space 1, which is my garage. Slayer, Master Tenno, Caroline, Nevada Wako. I was just going to click a link when the notification this popped up. I was clicking must be Destiny. Yay, house. It's always something. I feel like I'm cursed. It's not a water heater issue. The pipe is backing up. So we have a pipe that's in the, well, I showed you guys, but there's a pipe that's basically excess water just comes up that pipe. It's in the basement. It's like an overflow pipe. So instead of backing up like in the toilet, as long as you don't have a clog in the toilet, it'll just back up there if there's root problems and everything. So it could have been going on for a while. And since no one lived in this house, she's trying to talk with my hands and I can't because you guys can't see them. Yeah, I should have brought my phone stand so I could go here and be like, hi. I don't know. I can go upstairs and go grab it. And then I can set you guys up. At least taking care of it quickly. Yeah, it is taking house I grew up in. It took 2 years to find the part of the problem. The pipe was shifted right on the base. Oh my God, I hope that's not. At least you got to a new house. At least the house isn't falling apart around me, even though I'm back to having plumbing problems. That's a curse that I seem to have. Very big fan of you guys. I think you guys are the best on YouTube. Hope you get everything you want in life. Right now, I just want stuff. I just want life to stop hitting me in the face. You guys have been awesome with all the GoFundMe and everything. Without that, I wouldn't have had a place. I wouldn't have been able to fix the car. We just got that brand new washer dryer combo, and obviously I'm having to press pause on it for like at least 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'll start it again, and then I'll wait, and then when it's done, I'll go to bed because we have like my kids need clothes, and I have to do a recording that we got paid to do that I'm still not ready to do, but yeah, it needs to be done. So yeah, the car we got seems to just died because of the blizzard. Oh man. Yeah, yeah. So much adulting. Best of luck with the plumbing. Where's Napa? Where's John? Chris is asleep. He's got to be asleep right now. So you gotta remember, like I'm in Utah. So it is 11:45 for me. 12, 1:45 for Chris. So there's no way he's awake. And if he is, go to sleep, Chris. Go to sleep. If you're watching this, go to sleep. That's a good question. I don't know. Facebook user. That's all I get on the mobile. I like on computer. I would probably be able to see your handle as long as you allowed it. I can't say your name because it doesn't show there. Hopefully things will get. Well, at the very least, I have a couple of spots for my office that I can show you. It's about 2 a.m. where Chris is. Yeah. So I wanted to show you guys. Sorry for the mess. My office will be set up when we finalize the decision on where it's at. And decision one is a garage. And currently, because it's been open several times, it's sitting at 52 degrees. But it's also like only 40 degrees outside. I say only, that's still pretty chilly, I guess. But considering it gets negative 20 outside, I'm concerned about how cold it gets. Now, the door was open and the temperature has actually gone up since closing the door. So I'm going to keep an eye on the temperature. What's going to decide if I have my office here is more, can I insulate this? Because this place is set up otherwise. Those, you guys want to see what those are? Who here has worked in a call center and knows what this is? You stand it up. You hook. Oh, you guys can't see it because the light doesn't show on that end. What about over here? There it is. You hook them together. It's cubicle paneling. It's paneling for cubicles. I even have like a little shelf that goes in it. I used to have a desk for it. That desk was always hinky, and I was like, it's not going to come. And my kiddos and my spouse were like, well, at least move it. I moved it, and they saw it like shake and move, and they were like, that's not going to survive the trip. And I was like, nope, it stays. I already knew it had problems. So I have the paneling. I have my new / old desk that I'll be using. North region. I don't live in Canada. Honestly, it's nearly midnight. We should be asleep at least a little. Chris is asleep like a normal person. I have to do the laundry. I would honestly, I've been sleeping easily enough because I've been exhausted. I've been pulling days, nights, and just packing and then loading, and then we drive and then we unload and then we repeat that pattern. And my feet were getting swollen. I have arthritis and stuff like that. I'm disabled. And we did a lot. We were able to do a lot. Just moving is normal. John Constantine probably transferred to you one of his curses. Oh, that bastard. Do you know there's a rumor that anyone that does Constantine content, doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a comic creator, cosplayer, anyone that does enough John Constantine content, they see him or they feel like they've been affected by him in real life. It is legitimate. You can look it up. You can Google it. Since the very first creator, it has happened. And when I got told that, I looked it up and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I really hope that's weird. You should sell your hair and say it's rough now. Thanks. The lighting is not very flattering in here. That's one thing I'd have to fix. This looks like 70s paneling, which would be perfect for the skit idea that I have to explain the move. But it has an outlet there that's 3-prong. Okay. It has one clear up there as well. And then it has one clear over there. So I have 3 outlets of choice. And I don't think they even run on the same. I think that one runs on its own, a different breaker, and this one runs on a breaker. I'm not entirely sure. And the other place I have, I'll show you guys in a minute. Where everyone in home has a certain type of mess. Do you have a drive-through window for heroes to drop off the ouch remains? That's fine. Worked in one cubicle panel. Oh god, yeah. Ask the landlord if you can insulate it. I already did. We're good. I like anything I do to it increases the value of the house. To be honest, if I do it properly, and I probably would do it as properly as I could. Yeah, Ninja, that's the plan. We have to find or get a new title. It's in a box somewhere. HR will age in night time. It's cool as fuck, but I'm also night owl. I hope everything goes right for you. You really all deserve a break. I do. I have to go. My baby just woke up. Dylan, good luck. My landlord got tired of the washing machine constantly leaking and eventually scrapped them and went out with a new one. I just had to pay for mine out of pocket, which hurt because it was like $2,000 for the one that we got at least. But that was $2,000 with install. I had been like eyeballing a washing machine that was like $1,200 and it was also a dryer, but its reviews were pretty low. But I have Best Buy Total Tech, so if something died on me, I'd be like, take it back and give me this upgraded one. And then they did a sale on the one I actually wanted of $300 off, and I was like, okay, I can do that. And it was only like $60 to get the professional install, which actually added to the warranty. So if something happens and they installed it, I can actually bitch at them. Luke, are you BC area? Oh, okay. Caroline, I'm in Sweden. Is just before. You're in Sweden. Wow. What state did you move to? Are you still in Utah? I'm still in Utah. We could not qualify for out of state no matter what we tried. We even tried going through what's called a guarantor, where basically you pay the guarantor and the guarantor contacts the landlord of that particular area and goes, hey, we guarantee you the money. But no landlord I was trying to reach out to wanted to work with them. So, and I had a limited time. Like if I had like 6 months to move, probably wouldn't have even needed the GoFundMe, to be honest. We would have like been in the area that we wanted to. Might still have needed the GoFundMe, just not as badly. Can someone take care of Turret Destroyer or whatever? If I see that again, ban them. Why is there an outlet on the ceiling? I'll show you why. I'm not going to open it up, but this is a garage, and that is an automatic garage door opener. It doesn't have a remote. I can't really say if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because like with the remote, at the very least, we could be in the car and go, eh. But considering my office would be right here anyways, it's a moot point. We don't want that thing to open very much, at least. Coldest I got was -50 Celsius. What is that? 10 degrees Fahrenheit? That's not bad. I can't look that up. Somebody translate this for me real quick. I wouldn't be able to tell you that. You're still in Utah. Oh, damn, that's cold. I hate that too. I also hate being stuck out working at -23, which has made me. That is like the average for anyone wondering. That's outside of it's outside of like Utah, Colorado, North Dakota, South Dakota, the cold regions of the states of the United States. Negatives are our normal. Like half the year I spend in negative weather. Half of it. If you live in Canada, you know what we're talking about. Good morning. It's almost 1 a.m. here. Levi, I hope you and your family are doing good. It's effective. I've effectively recreated the Winchesters Impala in GT Online. Ooh. Moving to a new house in December, and for the first time ever, I'm going to buy a washer dryer. Luckily, the community manager has a friend that is selling a combo unit for $250. Ooh, nice. We have ADHD, and I've had so many clothes that I've had to rewash or throw away because everyone in the house has ADHD, and the clothes will sit there for like 3 days before anyone remembers. Because we'll put them in, we'll wash them. We had a washing machine that sang to us, and then we'd be like, "Oh, okay, we'll go get it," and then we forget about it. And then 3 days later happens, and I've got clothes that smell like mold. And that's a me problem. That's my spouse problem. That's my kid's problem. But I opted to get something that dries it inside of the same machine. Is it going to be the greatest? Will it take forever to dry? Yes. Will I have moldy clothes anymore? No. John should get a phone call from Megatron. Post Crimzeek creation. Megatron unleashes that. That'd be. I'm sorry I didn't notice them. YouTube keeps auto switching me on top of message. I got him though. Thank you, Slayer. I can't. There's a whole lot of things I can. That's negative 58 degrees. The negative 20, negative 50 Celsius. There's no way negative 50 Celsius is negative 58 degrees. That's not how that works. Because like negative 10 Celsius is like 20 degrees or something like that. So there's no way that that's accurate. Negative 40 is the same in both Celsius and Fahrenheit. Is that true? Is that true? No. There's no way that works out. Do I like hot or cold weather? I was born in December. My birthday's December 31st, everyone. So hopefully the chaos will end before my fucking birthday. It would be nice to relax and not worry about shit. I was originally hoping to have a small party, but I don't know if that's going to happen anymore. The person I made friends with and was going and working out with and everything, I don't know what's going on. Ever since the election, they haven't really talked to me, and we voted on opposite parties. Not political here. I voted for my children and my spouse and the people I care about. He voted for his pocketbook. Not necessarily him. He voted for his beliefs and everything as well, obviously. But he voted when we talked about it, he was like, "I like blank's economy plan," and I was like, "The concept of one?" If you get that, then you understand what I'm talking about. I'm from Canada, and it's not as bad as Hoth. Huh. Wow, that's brisk. Don't forget to check Lowe's and Home Depot for dent and return units, usually marked down. Oh, fuck. Oh, well. You can verify yourself. What? Ninja Wolf, you'll have to explain that one. I can't verify it myself right now. I'm doing this all from my phone. My computer, actually, I think I can show you my computer. I need to show you the other location where the office could be, but I would have to spend money on getting it wired because I don't want to fuck up the wiring. And the landlord already said that they're not going to pay to have outlets installed down here. But I can pay out of pocket, and it'd be for an office. So it would be an expense that I can afford to do. This would be second office background, probably a little bit lower. You get a little bit of a non-functioning fireplace that I could at least spruce up and make it look like it's functioning. Problem is, there's no outlets over here that I can use. So I'd have to have the closest outlet that works is clear over here. And it's not a good idea to have an extension cord run all this way and have all the stuff that I want to plug into it. Just not a great idea. So I would this has main lines hooked into it. For whatever reason, they use this as a breaker circuit. And you can see it has two different lines. Each line, that's a different circuit breaker. So I don't know why they did it the way they did. Conduit. That's what I was thinking. Conduit. They use this as a conduit. Fallout has taught me a lot about electrical that I did not know. Conduit. They use this as a conduit. So they've got two different ones on this one for whatever reason. So I could hook it up here if I wanted to. But I'd need to wire it in. And that's a lot of work. That's a lot of money versus I could set my office up and have it running. And I might need a heater to battle the cold for a little while. But I would be functional in much less time. Also, oh wow, we went up a whole degree already. That's almost 53 degrees. We're at 52.9 in the garage. Another reason why I kind of like the garage, you can't see it, but right here, there's a heating duct. This half of the garage is an outdoor. This portion of the garage that I'm standing in now is technically completely outside. And this portion right above me is my living room. So my living room is right here, and there's a heating duct that leads right there. So I've got the heat pipes through here, and air conditioning technically, pipes through here and goes up there. The problem I would have with this would probably be during the summertime and keeping it cool. But with it being a garage, I could have my portable air conditioner, pop open my garage a little bit, put my portable air conditioner there, or even my window unit, probably just my window unit now that I'm thinking about it, and just set it down and plug it in and be like, so that's what I'm thinking is the garage is probably the best one. I checked it too. There's a converter on the, thank you guys. -50 is -58. Either way, it's too bloody cold. Agreed. Chaos. Chaos never ends. The war never ends thing. Imagine having your birthday on December 31st. I don't have to. It is what it is. My oldest, their birthday is on the 3rd of December. And we got money set aside for that, thankfully. TikTok shop sales did pretty decently. And so their birthday and some of Christmas might be taken care of if I can get a few more sales in. But they were overhearing their friends talk about how one of their other friends also has a birthday in December, and they're like, I hate having it. I always get less presents. And my kiddo was like, what? And they just sat there listening to the conversation. And then they told me, and I was like, oh yeah, it's because I hated not getting any gifts. And they're like, you didn't get any gifts? And I was like, no, not really. I got like a gift or two on my birthday or Christmas. It was never both. And so I absolutely hated it. And so when you guys were born, even though you guys are like, December and then January, I made sure you guys each had your Christmas and your birthday, and you got a decent amount of gifts. And the way I handle it is I basically do this. There's a small year, and they get small gifts, right? They get like 10, 15 small gifts. It equals out to maybe $200. They have a big year. In the big year, they get a large gift and a few small gifts, usually about $300 to $400 at most is what I'll spend on them. And count for inflation throughout the years with these numbers, guys. And then Christmas, they'll just get normal Christmas gifts, whatever the Christmas is. We have big Christmases and small Christmases. Now, here's the catch. The big Christmas does not land on the same time the big birthdays happen, period. And then once every 5 years for both kids, we go and do big birthdays. Like we go to Build-A-Bear, they get a Build-A-Bear, they go and we have a big fancy dinner. And then on top of that, they get, a couple gifts. Now we've already done a lot, so this is already a big birthday. And so that's their thing. Sometimes if the big gift is really big, like my kiddo wanted a computer, as well as another thing. I'm not going to share that right now. They get it technically a little bit early. A little bit early. And so that happens. Same thing with my youngest. So I'd celebrate with you. A lot of that just looked up negative 50 C, negative 58, negative 40 is the same. Oh yeah, that's that temperature conversion. No snap. Verified for you, Levi. Thank you. Negative 4. Oh, John's got the math right there. That's awesome. Love the math. Less we're having tonight. Voltage drops would run up your electric bill. Huh? What do you mean voltage drop would run up my electric bill? That's not how watts work. We get charged by watt hour. What do you get charged by? Like we just get charged for the amount of electricity that is used by the watt, not voltage. Doesn't matter what I'm running, it matters how many watts are being spent. Yeah, I have a kerosene heater in the one upstairs. Negative 40 is an intersecting point on the scales too. That's fun. I'm curious of something. Do you think Napa would open a GoFundMe or something super such as funding the creation of a duplicator to make the council in Napa? Totally. Napa would set up a GoFundMe for his lunch bill. That's pretty nice. You want to see something that would make you chuckle a little? Spam your right arrow key on the live stream. No. Napa's GoFundMe by Bulma a better job than Vegeta ever could. Glad the GoFundMe was able to help at least. It was able to help a lot. Without the GoFundMe, as well as Steven, there's a follower of ours who helped tremendously. I'm not going to say by how much, but so much so that he could not do it through the GoFundMe. If Napa goes Super Saiyan 2 or 3, he would just magically grow hair. Apparently not. Apparently he stays bald. It's an actual thing. Imagine having your birthday on February 29th. You can hang a curtain across that beam between the garage and house if you want more effective warming and cooling. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm going to show you guys this. I'm going to catch up with all the comments. Just don't worry. So, I'd like to point out that I am 5'11", 5 feet 11 inches, technically and a half. I'm almost 6 foot. When Chris and I met in real life, it was funny because I had to stand pretty far down in order for me to look still like small. Like you guys didn't see it when we finally met in real life. I'd go like 15 or 20 feet down the way, and then I come up and be like, "Hi." So you got the panel. I'm a whole head above it. So I'm the guy that always just goes, "Hey, Greg, how you doing?" Doesn't have to be on my tippy toes. And if I really wanted to bother you, I can get on my toes and go, "Hi." But there isn't much space right here. So if I wanted to, when it comes to my office, I could very easily. Ow. Very easily take care of that. You're being a good dad. I'm just trying to make it so my kids don't have the life I led. There's been a few years that it's been tight, and I've just told the kids and been like, things aren't as great, and this year is one of them. But this is also the year that we go to. My son already went to his Build-A-Bear, and then a year later, my oldest is going to do their Build-A-Bear trip, and then it'll be back down to small birthdays again, and it's going to be a small Christmas. Along the beam, rather. Huh? I don't know what Artley's comment is. As many were born December or first 2 weeks of January. He got stiffed. Most of these kids are family, but I never. So yeah, it sucks. It really does. But I grew up on the angel tree and people giving gifts and stuff like that. When I tell you how poor I've lived, how poor I've been poor. Like I've been homeless myself before. We've lived off of physical food stamps, if anyone remembers those. I remember doing the no and trading those for services. Like I would go and mow lawn and be like, can I just get some food stamps? I'd rather have food stamps. I'd like to have food. Gets a golden toupee. It's the golden toupee. It's because I'm right directly underneath the light. Like ginger tea, Levi. His birthday is accidentally 10 days earlier. 5'11", years tall as my dad. Ouch. My folks believe in adults giving adults practical gifts, i.e. clothes and stuff. As long as the clothes come with a gift receipt, I don't care. Stopped caring about Xmas a while ago. Otherwise, I'd be constantly disappointed. Master Tenno. Ask for gift receipts to wherever they get you the clothes for one reason. Be like, oh, I gained a few pounds since then. These aren't going to fit me. Didn't get your gift receipt. If they bought it at some place like Target or Walmart or something like that, like most parents do, bam, go get yourself something that you want. Forget the clothes, get something else. They never have to know. A small Christmas is better than no Christmas. That is correct. Sorry, and we don't celebrate the holidays much. Like for the holidays, we just like I want to make sure that my kids didn't feel left out. Because I had that growing up too, where I just straight up didn't get a Christmas for a few years too. If you buy a gift that's nice, it's the daily useful one, but buy a gift and not social media fantasy if practical. You get me. There's people who would probably gift me a phone stand now, and I'd be like, is it a decent one? Oh, it's a $5 one. Thanks. I'll add this to the pile of ones that break after 3 uses. If you buy me a $40 phone stand, I'm like, it's gonna last me a while. It sounds stupid, but like since doing this as a job, I hate the $5 phone stands. I used to be good with them, but with the amount that I use and abuse them, you got to put some money into them. That's why I get my phone stands at my tripods and everything through Best Buy. If they break now, I'm covered. If they break within the first year or two, so I'm really glad for it. Yeah, we've usually done holiday specials. I'm not going to be able to do much of a holiday special for Thanksgiving, and I have no idea how Christmas holiday special is going to go this year. Chris and I are not exactly in a comedic mood since the election. You made a leap year joke. I get it now. It's a good system, Levi. Do what you can for your kids. I was born January 12th, but I've been lucky to have my birthday always celebrated. That's good. I'm doing a Misfit Thanksgiving this year. Cool. Your dad is built like a train. Bam! Yes, totally. It works. Although I'd be grateful for some pants this year. I am unfortunately a size 40. Just putting it out there. And my P.O. box is known. And 32 to 38 roughly on the length. So looking over the cubicle thing would be funny. Yeah, totally do it. I have 10 computer stands that have lasted years. Computer stands are different than phone stands. A $10 stand. Do you mean a phone stand or a computer stand? Because a computer stand is often built much differently. But at the same time, stuff that was built years ago seems to have like I have a phone holder, at least part of one, that I got for like $5 like 10, 15 years ago, and I still have it. It's still running around. It doesn't work for social media uses because it's just a stand for me to sit my phone down and scroll on. It doesn't like hold it at the height that I need to for recording, but it still works perfectly. I don't have a Micro Center near me, unfortunately. which is curses because they have filament there, and that would make my life so much easier when it came to things. See that? Set a reminder for February 29th. Arms like barrels, beer. Does the new house have room for a garden? Oh, yeah. You guys won't be able to see it very much. You can probably hear the train. It's pitch black. But I live on 0.7 of an acre. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I wonder if you guys can see the moon. Look! That's not a regular light. That is the moon. To me, the moon's like over here, but to you, it's over there. Ah, I see why. Okay. Translation is yes, I do. And I can't fit them in my. And two things I can't fit in my car that I'm really pissed about. I have a grill I bought just like 2 years ago. It's getting left at the house. I'm going to probably snap a pic, see if somebody wants to buy it for 10, 15 bucks because no one wants to buy grills. Too many people are giving them away for free. I can't get it to fit in the car. And then I have 2 raised garden beds because, I'm disabled and bending down sucks too much. And those will probably not be able to come either. I'm going to have to talk to Ryu and be like, can we find a way to bring these, at least minimum these? Those are the 2 things that are going to suck leaving. Leaving all the other furniture that was falling apart, I don't care about. My roommate and I are sad because of the election, but we are excited about moving and deciding to focus on the. We are stuck here. By the way, anyone that has bought anything on Cosmic Kitties, I apologize. Cosmic Kitties is not going to be probably opening back up. We have to decide if we're going to close it down or not. And if you've ever been to the shop's homepage, you'll know why. Sucks. Older stuff was built to last. Newer stuff is built to be replaced. Yeah. Computer stand, it was from Five Below store discount. Oh, I have a Five Below store nearby. You can get some. John, there's some. To anyone who has a Five Below, periodically, you got to keep an eye out and check the quality before you buy it if you can. They will sometimes have really high quality items in the store for like a couple weeks. It's like the promo versions of these items. And they are built really well. And then 2 to 3 weeks later, they cheap them down. Remember that I'm in Utah. If you're going to send me seeds to grow, please remember that I'm in Utah and don't send anything that could cause a problem because I'm going to try to verify the seeds. And I really hope that you send me seeds that are marked of what they are. The specific reason why is non-native plants wreck ecosystems. So you can send me corn, you can send me tomatoes, you can send me that kind of stuff. Send me fruits and vegetables. I don't care about that. But if you send me flowers or stuff like that, make sure it already grows in Utah natively. And I will still say that I'm in the Ogden-ish area. That's something that's been known for a while because that's where my P.O. box is. I'm much further away from my original location now. But I'm still close enough that the native plants would work. Yeah, so we can see the moon. Yes, it is. And this is probably going to be my new backdrop. It's 70s style. I have a skit planned out that I think you guys would really love. It's fake wood, but wood nonetheless. I have no idea. I should be able to hang all my pictures easily enough. Because they've got a bunch of nails. Here. I won't have problems hanging my stuff up. Kill the moon! No. Shoes, but I can see the same moon too. Yeah. That's what you mean. That's why if I got it wired in the other location, I would have an electrician do it so that I don't fuck it up. It would cost probably anywhere between, with what I want done, I think $1,000 to $2,000. It's something that like I can afford to do in like a month or so, and I can do a temporary office setting in the meantime. Make it so that at least my computer turns on and one monitor works. I wouldn't do too much outside of that on an extension cord like that because I did it at the other house. But yeah, you know what? I'm good with that. I'm gonna do somebody that can. Oh, hey, John! Thank you. Here's hoping your location is going well. Rise, gentle moon. Yes, Warlock. This is his new home. Yes, it is. Yeah, that one. Once it had I looked at the screws and everything that they gave, and it had the type that once you screw them in, they stay. God, what are they called? There's a name for them. There's like little barbs, and once you screw them in, unscrewing them strips both the screw, and it's really nasty. I hate them. They're not meant to come out, basically. Like once they're in, you do not remove them. That's awesome of you, John. Oh, John. Oh, okay. Perks of being in the middle of nowhere. Now, nowhere. Yeah, I can be loud. Hopefully, I don't know how loud I can actually be. That is something I can do, as I can now go into the backyard, especially because it has a complete fence. I can film in the backyard. I can film in the front yard. We are near traffic, and there is a train. It's going to be really interesting dealing with that one. I don't know if you can tell, I'm going to have to put sound paneling up. But I think insulating some of this might take care of some of that, to be honest. I don't know what's the most dangerous kind of. Oh, yeah. I temporarily shut it down because of the move. And then the election happened, and we sat down for a moment. And Ryu's really sad because their art was starting to sell. And it's like, we can put it back up, but we would have to fundamentally change all the names. We'd have to change what we say in the tagline. There's a couple things we'd probably just have to take off the shop altogether. With the way Ryu draws, it wouldn't be too much of a trouble for most of it, but some of it is very easy to identify, and it's like, we have to change some things. I wish I knew what the name. Can someone tell me if you're on Facebook and you can see the username? Let me know. I'm so sorry. It just says Facebook user. That's all it says. We have an awesome Dollar Tree that does that. Awesome Dollar Tree that does what? Oh, you mean the like products that are really high end and then it drops down? Yeah. Yeah, you just got to be careful. If you guys send me seeds, I'm okay with it. Just don't send me, no invasive plants, please. Veggies and potatoes, absolutely. I'll take. I lost my seeds. Oh fuck, I lost my seeds. Ah shit. Shit, I don't know where they're at. I don't think they got packed. Ah fuck. Sorry for all the cussing. It's like every time I remember I didn't pack something or something's just gone, I'm like, thank you for being concerned about non-native plants and stuff. Yeah, no, periodically we will go and like try to gather like native plant seeds and just like toss them so the native plants can grow back. Yes, new house, new problems, but new house. Ooh, I've lost track. Too many fools come down here, release non-native stuff, and wreck the ecosystem here, and blame the state for dealing with that hard. Yep. It really is. It really is. Oh, alternate. Yeah. I have no idea why you're saying anchors. Dave, I have no idea why you're saying anchors. Yeah. Somebody needs to fall out. You're gonna have to remind me of that. That's a perfect segue. You hear if it God damn that Galaxy Express. Hiya's Levi. Custom fantastic. That I'm on my phone, everyone. So like if you'll have to forgive me because that picture is so small to me. But if you can see them, that beard trim looks amazing. The makeup looks amazing. Your just entire fit on that profile is amazing. Yeah, somebody's just gonna have to remind me if it happens. Sleep? I'm at work. Yay. Yeah, I mean, Chris and I took a break. That's what it boiled down to. And I've been go that I didn't have time to think. And when I finally sat down and think and had a moment to think, I was like, I cried. I felt like I failed my kids. I know it's not my fault. I did what I could. I did my best to vote for my kids and vote for their futures and vote for the people I care about and people in general. And stuff happened. And everyone can have their opinion. I read the facts. So it has drained a little bit. That drain is now empty. I can press start on that. Are you gonna go? Oh, there it goes. Okay. No, they won't. They have told me I've got a tub that before I moved in needs new enamel and needs some enamel fixing. And they're like, oh, somebody painted that and everything. And I'm like, that's not paint, that's enamel. And they're like, yeah, we're still not going to do it. And I looked it up and it's like, I could fight it, but I just barely moved in. And then I had that issue to deal with. And I was like, sweetie, we're just going to fix this ourselves. It's not hard to fix. It's just a pain. We're going to fix it. And we documented it. That's the main thing. We documented it. We're documenting everything that was wrong with the house before we moved in and the first few weeks of us moving in. And then sitting there, that was me, Levi. Oh, the Facebook user. Oh, okay. Kids should be sleeping at this time. They should be. Tomorrow is a holiday. Who needs sleep? What holiday? Do my kids not go to school tomorrow? Do my kids not go to school tomorrow? What's the holiday? Wild Lord and okay. Thank you. Oh yeah. Fucking buggers of screws. They just strip everything on their way out. Yeah, no, we did. We've done. I think it might only exist on TikTok though, I'll be honest. If it's on TikTok, I will. If it's only on TikTok, somebody go to the YouTube and just type in Santa and see what ones you get. Because like we've had 2 years of doing skits together. So of like full on stuff together where we did it. You'll have to let me know. Okay. They do look amazing. They do. They're amazing. Yeah. Hello, just been here. That's important right to know. So why not just chill? I am waiting or yell at the space train and knock it off. Veronica, thank you. That's a great idea. Just shared your comments from Facebook. Dr. Holiday. Oh no, what happened? I just had a facts indeed. Lots of folks needed a break, and lots of us have cried. So how's everyone doing, anyways? Yeah, that. So heaven's favorite cutie patootie. That's the response. That. Once you put the anchor or the screw bot in the wall, it's hard to remove. It's so annoying. Documentation, yeah. And they are coming out to fix it. They're not, unlike my last landlord, they're like, oh, let's fix that. There are some things like that. Like they're fixing the entire deck already in the stairway, and there's an alternate way in. So they could have probably torn it down and just been like, you can't exit out of there. That's just that. No. They fixed it. They're straight up fixing it. So, and then he's rebuilding. He rebuilt. You guys can't see it right now. I'll have to show it in the morning. It's awesome. It's Veterans Day. There's no one else in here. I can't leave. Can someone send that to me on Discord? Let me know that it's Veterans Day. I need to check to see if my kids go to school. Because if they don't, ha! By the way, you can tell how red my hair is in this lighting. Like you, especially my beard. Oh man, it's red. Remembrance Day in Australia today. Yeah, we did a recording, which has a timestamp on it. We got to come in here and we were allowed to go in and do a bug bomb. They weren't going to pay for that, and I was like, that's understandable. So we came in, we did a bug bomb a few days during that time frame before we set them off. We went through the entire house and documented it. And that was specifically so that we could have something that says, before we moved in, before we ever set foot in the house, this is what it looked like. Military Veterans Day. Took off tomorrow. Do a service walk group. Oh, that's cool. Here's funds to crafts, root beer, vote therapy. I would love to make fresh root beer. By the way, if you guys send money on the tube, thank you, by the way, first of all. I only get half of it. In fact, technically I get less than half because we get 70% of all donations and stuff like that, super thanks and that kind of stuff. YouTube takes the rest, and that's for insurance. Let's say somebody drops $1,000 donation, and then they call their bank up and refuse that. Most streamers, through most platforms, like if they get a direct donation through PayPal or something, PayPal will be like, "Oh, yoink," and then here's a fee for that. YouTube goes, no, no. they cover you on that. Some of them you'll still get, like if it's a small enough donation, like they'll be like, you can keep the donation. From what I've heard, some streamers have still gotten those donations. And then sometimes they're like, you just don't get this money. Sorry, but you don't get charged a fee for it either. Yeah, I gotta check that. I don't know. Like I've had them like use it as teacher days, so that's why I have to check. Yeah. I have to check because like Utah celebrates a lot of holidays, and sometimes like my son's school will have school, but my oldest won't. So oh god, they do. They have some of the best root beers. They do. I can make my own though. Thank you, Slayer. I'll check that later. They're gonna fix things that could cause injuries. Yeah, they are. Pretty much. Okay. I think we're fine then. Yeah. Sent it on Discord. Discord reminder check. That, I love how many people are on being like, hey, we sent you reminders. A couple of our buddies are going to the range tomorrow. Most schools don't give students. Yeah. Oh, I finally caught up with the comments. Oh. Ogden School District does not have it off. Oh, well then my oldest will still have school. I've got to check. My youngest is in a different school district. I'm not gonna say which one. And I don't know. I don't know if he has it or not. He's in a charter school. He's in a fancy school. he needs the extra help. I am incredibly thankful for the school that he goes to. I can't drink, or at least I won't. That makes it more difficult. It really does, especially when there's alcohol in the house. And I go, I told my spouse the other day, I was like, it's been a long time and I wanted a drink. There's been a long time since I've actually fully wanted to take a drink. And man, did I want one. It was pretty bad. But that's about as far as I went, thankfully. So yeah, pretty much. I wasn't even talking with the person I'm friends with. This is like he told me that he didn't vote all one way or the other, and I was like, it's all good, man. You voted your way, and I respect that. I voted my way, and we're all good. You know, I have some opinions, and I'll keep them to myself because overall, I know he's a good guy, and it would suck if maybe me moving or the political beliefs that I have are the reason why communication seems to have died over the last few days, couple weeks. But that happens, and if that's the case, I accept that and I move on and I move forward. I would like to point out I could drink, I choose not to. I got to a point in my life where I knew I could control the drinking, but I don't like the feeling of wanting a drink, is what it is, Terrence. And so I hate that. I hate feeling the want. It's one thing if I go and with a friend, I'm like, you know what? Let's have a drink. We're together. Let's have fun. I used to be like it. And there was a point when I was drinking with my spouse, and we were just having, a couple of wine coolers, and we were doing it like once a week. And then I craved it, and I was like, nope, I'm done. And my spouse respected it, and they knew my history with alcohol when I was a kid, and so they respected it, and they stopped drinking for the most part as well as respect for me. And I'm really happy for that. They still drink periodically, and I'm like, that's fine. Just I don't like you drinking in front of me unless we're out on a date or something. And then I just it's easy for me to stay sober. I don't want to drink. I do ask restaurants if they do mocktails so I can at least enjoy the experience. Like I have glasses. I have whiskey glasses that I'll fill with Coke and some ice, and I'll just sit there and I will sip on the Coke. And to me, it's an experience and it feels good. I just don't like alcohol anymore unless I'm cooking, and even that has virtually gone to the wayside. Yeah. There was a point where it almost did. Yep. I won't say it's the devil. Let me make one thing clear. One thing I've always hated about one thing that they've done a lot of good. I'm not saying that, but the idea that, let's say you've gone sober for 2 years and you caved and you had one drink. That doesn't take away the 2 years of work that you did. You slipped up. That's it. It doesn't take away all that work. You should not be made to feel guilty. And it's statistically proven that that type of mindset where like you slip up and then everyone like semi shames you and you have to go back to apologizing to everyone has made more people go back to drinking fully than has helped them. And AA is like trying to find a path. And honestly, I don't know if there's a right one because like different people have different ways of handling it. You're going to have some people that can do the thing I did where, they were able to give it up and they were able to control it and move forward with their life. And as long as they keep that control, they would be fine. I chose to eventually just stop because I didn't like like I said, I didn't like the feeling of wanting it and I was like, that's it for me. But not everyone can do that. And I respect that. Some people need different things in order to not drink. But I don't believe it's the devil. It is a man-made product. I don't know if you saw it on Discord, but I threw in a suggestion for John to catch a member solutions over phone call. He keeps forgetting and making villain suggestions. That's been a thing. He's talked with Clark and stuff and been super excited when Clark has turned evil, or like, oh, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And I think when we have more and more people as time goes on, it'll definitely be helpful. YouTube's doing a thing where it's going to transfer all the skits that are under 3 minutes to shorts here in a bit, and that sucks because I just barely I have another 600 watch hours on my personal channel. I'll be fully monetized, but fuck, it's so difficult sometimes. Yeah. Oh, snap! That sucks. Used to love hops. Used to love, I loved ales and stuff like that. Not a huge beer fan, but specific ales were really good. Yeah, I like having it. I like doing the same thing. That's a good way to do it too. Ooh, Japanese curry. Oh, I will admit that there are certain things, and this is culinary thing. Certain foods pair really well with alcohol. There's a lot of Japanese or Asian inspired dishes that pair well with sake, and there's a Chinese wine. I can't remember what it's called offhand. You also have red wine with steak and that kind of stuff. I will admit that I do like to have that kind of stuff with the food, but I've learned that I can just cook with it. If I want the sake and mispronouncing it today, and fish, I can steam it with the fish, and I no longer have the alcohol, but I do have the flavor inside of the fish. There is something to say about having the separate flavors combined, though, too. Oh, that's a good sarsaparilla. Yeah. I've had a few people who have passed away because of alcoholism. I'm not saying that there isn't issues. 100% there is. But I blame the man, not the God. Because I don't care who you believe in. They ain't doing shit to force you to drink. And they didn't really create it either. So, rat park study. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's bad. I just don't like the idea of 3-minute shorts. It should be we hit our stride with shorts, but we slowed down and did long form, and then we released shorts again and got big, and it's been up and down. And it's a good way to grow. It's not a good way to stay sustainable. It's just not. You're not going to make enough income as a channel without the longer skits and the longer storytelling. I'm not hungry, but curry does sound good. Yeah. Yeah, I've had some shine in the past too. We have made dedicated long forms. Well, I mean, yeah, we have. All the Stitch videos are dedicated to long form videos. It's not like a 30-minute episode long form. That's because if you guys wanted a 30-minute episode, the biggest problem with that is there's no telling how it's going to go, and getting anyone to sit down for 30 minutes is a challenge. So what we do is we break it up and do parts. So the Stitch series is fully voiced. It's been an experiment out of my own pocket, and it has been a successful one. Most of the Stitch videos, I think there's only 4 or 5 right now, are longer than 2 to 3 minutes. Same thing with the Gary series. The Gary series, after the first couple, have been long form. We did a 10-minute Gary video that we wrote out and then broke it up into parts, and it did well. Gary the Broke Vampire. You have a good one. Yeah, gotta be careful of that. I don't know what a beer cost is. It is, and we've done that before. I have no way to like do updated anything right now because I have no way to edit. I've still got I've got a skit to finish writing and a skit to record. This was honestly a way for me to waste time. Say hi, let you guys know what's going on. But yeah, I'm gonna scrap that van. Oh shit! Oh no! Okay, you're not touching the toys yet. I need you to. Are you drying? Okay. We have a bigger pool of water. It's not over there yet, but for some reason, it went uphill. So we've got to try not to touch my house shoes and move the water away from my son's toys. Away from my son's toys. Away from my son's toys. Oh, away from my son's toys. Away, you foul demon of water. Bad. I need a squeegee. It looks like it's drying right now. That's spinning way too fast. I don't know. We've got 15 minutes left. I think it's going to be safer, easier to move my son's toys. Fuck. 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 Give me a minute. Did I get stuck in something? Fuck you! Okay. I'm gonna sit down for a moment in here to keep an eye on things. Oh. I'm gonna put you in timeout. Why is there water? Let me show you. Way back? Yeah. That pipe thingy right there. I don't know if you can see it. Any water from the house drains down. And that is effectively like an overflow in the basement. If the pipe's clogged way down, has roots or something like that. And so that drains, or we take a shower, I do too many dishes, I flush the toilet, water's gonna come out of that. and it's going to come here. And it does this. Again, tomorrow they're going to be over here. They're going to take a look at it and see if they can't fix it. Now, it is still draining. It just takes a while. And I'm having to stay up and keep an eye on the washing machine. And I've been pausing it, chatting with you guys. That water drains enough. I press start. But I think it's mostly on the dry cycle where it's like spinning the water now. Yeah. Playing art. Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah. Yeah, the house is level, but the way that the floor is made in here, it's supposed to dip over there, but the water for some reason is starting to travel that away. And water can be weird. Once it's made its path, it likes to follow it. So what's probably going on is that there's probably a path that's like slightly not level over there. And that's what's going on. But upstairs, we're like really level. And I can get off. See, I'm not moving one way or another, which is better than the old house. I dig the basement. It reminds me of when my grandfather used to. Ouch. That was an option over there, but it is like over there where that furnace that is was an option. But again, it's going to be better to set my office up in the garage, although it's sitting at about 53 degrees. Not too concerned. I can make it warm in there, but I'm definitely going to need to put some insulation in there. Thing is, I can create an office space in there and keep that particular space warm with a space heater much cheaper than putting insulation in, because I'd only be having the heater on when I'm working, when I'm in my office at my computer and stuff. So it's tempting to, get everything done in here, but it's cheaper and quicker to set it up in the other space. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set my office up in the garage. I gotta be a little quiet. I'm gonna leave this skit open for a second. There, let's get this comment up. And anyone that's still up is about to see something very, very special. This is a Frigidaire Flare from 1963. Virtually new, or at least really well taken care of. Also, it doesn't really fit a pizza, by the way. Like you put a pizza on here, and it hangs off about that much. It still cooks. Like, I can close the door, and it doesn't squish the pizza, but it doesn't actually fit on my rack. So, and then even though my microwave is newer, this is from 1960 as well, closer to like the 70s though. This is from like 1969 or something around there. And then this was built in the 1900s. It's a non-functioning now fireplace. But the room is a 1960s style living room. So the kitchen has the wire meshes on here. I am sad that I don't have a 1960s fridge. I was actually tempted to buy one specifically so I can make videos. But unless we get another year lease here, unless we know, like, they're like, yeah, we'll rent to you some more. That's not going to happen because that's like a $2,000 fridge. And that's not money I want to spend on right now. I need a new deep freezer before I do that. Which the deep freezer is we're gonna have to figure that one out too. Please don't be higher in the water. I think we're in full dry mode when it comes to the washing machine. It's saying it's gone up to 1 hour and 24 minutes. So I think it's in dry mode. And I can smell it. So the cool thing about these washer dryer combos, they act as a dehumidifier too. So that's going to pull out some of the stuff. Downside is that water's got to go somewhere, but it does spit out the water slower, I believe. Either way, I got to stay awake until this is done. And then I got to clean that area up, at least as best as I can. I'll probably have to put my boots on so I don't drag the nasty on my house shoes. Yeah. Yeah, I could. But we put it in there and tested it out, and it cooked just fine. I did have to turn the oven off about 10 minutes early. Because unlike newer ovens where that temperature goes away, like very, very fast, it's an electric oven. And it takes a while for all the temperature, regardless of if you open the door and close it again. Because you can open the door, take the pizza out, and close it, and it will go back up the temperature with the residue heat from the coils relatively quickly. So I turned it off 10 minutes early. And I also didn't have my little pizza tray that I normally have. Oh, that's hanging up right now. And I waited. I came back, and it was perfectly done. It was perfectly crisp. It was a Walmart pizza that tasted really good. Yeah. So you probably won't see the type of skits I would do for that on Villain Support channel. You'd probably see that on my personal channel, especially if I get monetized. I do have a Pip-Boy too. I also had to sign a lead warning that there might be lead in the house. I grabbed some lead tests and verified how good or how bad the lead tests actually work. And then I was like, okay, these are pretty decent. Let's go ahead and do some stuff. Show off the Pip-Boy. I don't know where it's at right now. Like, I put it up. So, like, I had it out for a video, and then I had to move it, and I don't know where it's at right this second. I have it. I have the Fallout 3 Pip-Boy. With my electric bill, I mean, I've got 3D printers right there. Not gonna lie, this is fun. I'm gonna keep one of these down here just for this. That is a P1P. Oh, hold on. That is a P1P Bamboo Labs printer. My other house had wiring from the 1900s still. At least this one has updated wiring. Like, I can see the wiring. It was updated. I can also see the old wiring that was pulled out. Some of it's still up there. Oh, wait, no, that's just the ground. They really run the ground like that? Yep, they did. Yep. Want to see a ground wire? Ow. See if I can show it off. Right there. I'm not touching that. Little copper wire grounded. Oh yeah, they are. They're amazing. I've had electric stoves before. They do really well. I'm not a fan of electric ovens and electric stoves and everything. But I will say this. The only thing I'm using my gas for is to heat my water heater, I think. Actually, that might be an electric. No. I had to set the flame on. So, yeah, that's a gas water heater. And I think that's a gas for my heat. I don't know 40K. I had to look it up. And then apparently I used an image from a specific chapter for a thing, but thankfully it worked out. And so when I get the opportunity to write the next part of the Stitch stuff, I'm going to have to lean on other people for the lore because there's so much of it. We've avoided it because it's just too much lore to realistically do well. Give you guys a solid background. Probably the 70s. 70s or 80s. Some of it looks like it's the 90s. What the fuck is that sound? Damn it. Something that I've got in my dryer that's making a clink, 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 clink sound. But yeah, my washing machine also dries my clothes. That's good. I don't have lower channels. Yeah, somebody told me that. I was like, oh, I gotta go look this guy up for a second. Oh, that works out. I honestly just picked the random one that looked cool. That's all I did. And the accident worked out. Well, the exposed ground wire is on the ceiling. The wet floor is clear over there. And I'm not touching the wet floor. I'm not gonna do the destination video. The wet floor is actually draining and drying now. When it dries enough, I gotta go clean it. I do have forced air, so that is a forced air conditioner in here. So that is one thing. I don't know. Part of me wants my office like upstairs, and if my kid decides that they want to be down here, I will have my office upstairs. Stinks a little down here because of the sewage bag. That's another reason why I gotta clean it up when everything's done. That is making some odd noises. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to see what's in the washing machine. If there's something in there that's like clanging, like if I got a pair of pants that have like a metal on them or something, that makes sense. It's making some popping noises that I'm concerned with. Yeah. That explains the comments I've been getting. Does he look like he's got a mustache under his makeup? Just make sure you tag me. That's a good way to handle it. Levi looks like he has a 1,000-yard stare. I could do worse. Like, I can actually unfocus my eyes on purpose. Not a good thing to do. You can screw up your retinas that way. So don't do it too much if you are able to do it. Most people with ADHD/autism can do it, though. Just take some practice, but it's not a good idea to do it too much. It is 1 a.m. for me, and that is now just drying. So I'm no longer concerned about the water going too high anymore. Thank you all for keeping me company. Glad I got to show off the house, and hopefully they'll get this fixed and we'll be able to move forward. Thank you all, and you guys have an Acme day. Have an Acme day as a product of Villain. Have an Acme day. Will you attract and build your account? Have an Acme day. By the way, if you want to hear the actual terms and conditions, I recently reposted it on my channel. Why?